Hey everyone, my name is Marquise Ortiz, and today I'm going to be talking about veteran mental health and PTSD. Um, this topic is very important to me personally because I served in the Marine Corps and I've seen how mental health struggles can affect veterans both during service and after getting out. Um, a lot of people hear the term PTSD, but they don't always fully understand what veterans go through once they come home, or why some veterans struggle to ask for help. Today, I'm going to talk about what PTSD is and how it affects veterans, why many veterans avoid treatment, and some healthy ways veterans can cope and recover. So, what is PTSD? PTSD stands for post traumatic stress disorder. It's a mental health condition that can happen after someone experiences something extremely traumatic or extremely stressful. For veterans, this can come from combat, deployments, losing friends, or constantly living in high stress environments for long periods of time. Some common symptoms include anxiety, nightmares, depression, anger, trouble sleeping, emotional numbness, or always feeling on edge. According to the VA, about 15% of Iraq and Afghanistan veterans experience PTSD, which shows how common these struggles really are among veterans. One thing people may not realize is that PTSD doesn't always show up right away. Some veterans struggle with symptoms years after leaving the military. From my own experiences in the Marines, mental toughness was pushed constantly. A lot of people learn to bottle emotions up and just keep moving forward. But eventually, stress can catch up to people. So, why veterans avoid treatment? One major issue is that many veterans avoid getting mental health treatment even when help is available. One of the articles I researched explained that many veterans avoid treatment because of stigma, fear of judgment, or bad experiences with mental health care in the past. In military culture, people are usually taught to stay strong, handle problems on their own. Because of that, asking for help can sometimes feel uncomfortable for veterans. I saw that mindset a lot when I was in the Marines. Mental health is sometimes joked about or brushed off instead of openly talked about. I also think that veterans feel disconnected from civilians because they believe other people won't fully understand what they experienced, which can make them isolate themselves even more. So, how PTSD affects daily life? Um, PTSD can slowly affect almost every part of a veteran's life. Many veterans struggle with anxiety, um, depression, anger, stress, sleep problems, or feeling just emotionally disconnected from other people. Some veterans isolate themselves because they feel either misunderstood or they're just plain overwhelmed. Others may turn to alcohol or unhealthy coping habits to deal with stress and trauma. PTSD can also affect relationships, parenting, school, work, and everyday responsibilities. Um, the VA has also reported that veteran suicide rates remain higher than general populations, which shows how serious mental health struggles can become for some veterans. I personally think one difficult part for many veterans is adjusting back into civilian life. After leaving the military in the Marines, everything was structured, mission focused. But once you leave that environment, it can sometimes feel like you lose part of your identity or purpose. Treatment and healthy coping. The good news is that there are healthy ways veterans can improve their mental health and recover from PTSD symptoms. One article I researched found that spending time outdoors and in nature helped reduce PTSD symptoms in veterans receiving treatment. Another study found that veterans who had support, hope, and healthy emotional coping methods had lower levels of PTSD and depression symptoms. I personally think that support systems matter a lot because many veterans feel isolated after getting out of the military. Support can come from family, friends, counselors, fellow veterans, or support groups, anything you find meaning in. I also think having purpose after military service matters a lot too. Um, Things like school, fitness, family, helping others, and outdoor activities can help veterans rebuild stability and direction in their lives. Why awareness matters. PTSD affects many veterans in ways that other people may not always see. Many veterans continue struggling long after leaving the military, and unfortunately, some never ask for help because of stigma or fear of being judged. Today, I talked about what PTSD, why many veterans avoid treatment, how PTSD affects daily life, and some healthy ways veterans can cope and recover. As a Marine veteran myself, this topic is personal to me because I understand how important mental health support and awareness can be for veterans transitioning back to civilian life. I believe increasing awareness and support can help reduce stigma and encourage more veterans to seek help when they need it. Thank you for listening. These are the sources I used for my presentation. Thank you again.